All right, so we're going to graph this parabola, and we have to notice a couple things. First thing we notice, as we're scoping it out, we have to get the values of A, B, and C. So I'm going to zoom in here and realize there's a minus 1 in front of that x squared. So that's the value of A. So that's minus 1. The B is 4. The C is 2. Another thing I want you to notice, we're going to come back to, it's less than, which means it's going to be dotted and shade down. Did anyone notice that? Good, good. So when we finish, we're going to dot our line and we're going to shade it down. So the first step we're going to do is to find the axis of symmetry. We use that formula, opposite of b over 2a. So the opposite of 4, notice I use parentheses, over 2a is negative 4 over negative 2. I get that to be 2. Do we agree?
No.
Did you have negative 2? Okay, so you probably didn't realize that a was negative 1, maybe? Did you have a as negative 1?
Yeah, I put 1.
Did you remember to put the opposite of b? You see how it's kind of, you got a couple things going on there? So now I'm going to take that value of 2, and I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put a dotted line at x equals 2. And that dotted line, remember, is called the axis of symmetry. All right. That being said, we're going to use that x value from the axis of symmetry, hence why I wrote this right here. And we're going to plug that in to our problem, which was the y equals the opposite of x squared plus 4x plus 2. So y equals the opposite of 2 squared plus 4 times 2 plus 2. This is where I saw mistakes last hour. What's the opposite of 2 squared? Negative 4. Plus 8 plus 2. You're not squaring the negative. You're just squaring the 2. So that's 4 plus 2, which is 6. So now we're going to write our vertex, capital V, 2, comma 6. The 2 comes from there. The 6 comes from there. Now I'm going to graph this. 2, comma 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That big blue dot is the vertex. Next up, what I think is the easiest part of the problem, the y-intercept. Remember, Anthony, the y-intercept is the point 0, comma c. So here we have 0, comma c. So in this case, 0, comma 2. So that's my y-intercept. I'm going to do this in green. Coming over here, 0, comma 2. Do you remember what is super straightforward now? What do I do with that green dot, Ryan? Reflect it. So I jump over 2 units this way to right there. All right. So close. What's the value of A? So it works with the pattern, right? The pattern of squares. The pattern of squares is I have down here over 1, up 1, over 2, up 4, over 3, up 9. Now we're not going up this time. We're going over 1, down 1, over 2, down 4. So let's look at our values. I'm going to switch colors to red. Over 1 from the vertex, down 1. Reflect it, and watch this. Over 2, down 4. Did we land on the green dot? That's our check. So we know we're right. And then I'm going to do one more point in black. Back to the vertex. Over 3, down 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm only going to require 5 points for the quiz tomorrow. Or for you guys, the quiz on Thursday. And there it is. All right, we're super close. That would be the regular parabola from yesterday. But today, we have it less than. So we need to realize the fact that this can't be solid. What should it be? Dotted. So I'm going to erase this solid one, and I'm going to make it dotted instead. And then because it's less than, I'm going to shade down. And there it is. We've got the y-intercept, we've got the axis of symmetry, we've got the vertex, we did a dotted line, we did at least 5 points, and we shaded it down. Okay? Questions? Any questions?